What's going on, everybody? It's JRPG enthusiast Shadowy Elite back again with another video. Quick update. Probably not going to be buying the custom game rig as soon as I thought. I'm going to take my time with it, make sure I buy the right one. And with the holiday season coming up and whatnot, I'm probably just gonna just wait until next year for me to get one. But that doesn't mean my channel is gonna go on a huge hiatus. I might not upload a lot of videos, but I will try to get something out there when I can. Alright, so let's get into this topic here. So again, we're talking about Final Fantasy VII, the Final Fantasy VII Remake. There seems to be a lot of confusion out here. There seems to be a shit ton of confusion, and this is just the gaming community. Not even the JRPG community, just the gaming community in general, just being panicky, whiny bitches whenever they can. Now, guys, first off, before I even dive deep into this, I don't even want to defend Square Enix, because it's gonna feel like I'm defending Square Enix here, because the stuff that they've done throughout the years has been horrible. I have not agreed with almost any of the decisions as of late, except for almost this is what I'm agreeing with. This topic is what I'm agreeing with. So I don't want to be the first one to say, oh, I'm gonna, throw up a shield for Square Enix and try to defend them, but I'll call bullshit when I see it. All right, and this right here, what's going on right now in the gaming community right now with Final Fantasy VII Remake is just bullshit. So what am I talking about? The Final Fantasy Remake got announced that it was going to be a multi-part series, and out of nowhere, everybody and their mother got up and said, it's episodic. And I'm saying, like, when did Square Enix come out and say that this would be Final Fantasy VII Remake, a tall tale game? When did they say that? They didn't say that. Now, I'm not saying in the future they can't say that, because they probably could. Like I said, again, I'm not going to freaking throw a shield up for Square Enix because they do some bullshit. They could still do this, but as of right now, as of this recording, there is nothing going that is saying that the game is going to be episodic nature. Going to be like Tall Tales of Walking Dead, Tall Tales Game of Thrones, Tall Tales whatever other game they got. You know how those games only have probably about an hour or two of content before they go to the next episode. The next episode isn't even that much. The official statement that was made was thus: Final Fantasy VII Remake will be told across a multi-part series, with each entry providing its own unique experience. It means instead of concluding in one entry, multiple entries are being considered in development. Each entry will have its own unique story. As a gaming experience, each entry will have the volume of content equal to a full-size game. That was the official statement. So where do you guys see Final Fantasy VII Remake, a tall tale game? Episode 1. What do you guys see that? Because I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I see a multi-part game that's going to be the full size of a normal JRPG, which is probably going to be around maybe 30, 35, 40 hours, with enough content to last you to play through it multiple times. But why do you guys are so insistent on saying that it's going to be episodic? That is my problem. Let me tell you why. Because you guys are quick to get angry, which I can't really blame you. It's Square Enix. You guys are quick to get angry. You guys are quick to joke about it so fast. And it's mostly gaming websites like Kotaku, for example, that are spreading this topic title around, saying that it's going to be episodic and it's not going to be that. Now, again, I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, if it does end up being a tall tale episodic game, I will make a video stating that I was wrong, and I will be very angry in that video. But where I see it going is the route of back on the PS2 era of things. You remember a game called Xenosaga Episode 1, Xenosaga Episode 2, Xenosaga Episode 3. That's where I see it going. Okay, and at that time, people didn't have a problem with that. People did not have a problem with the game being episodic in that nature. Okay, now it's a different era. We don't have we're not in the era era anymore. We're in the era of DLC, shitty business practices, and all types of bullshit now. Back in the PS2 era, companies could easily take risk. It wasn't that big of a deal. JRPGs were being pumped out like crazy, localizing like crazy. It didn't really matter all that much. But I look at the Xenosaga games and I see these are full games telling a story in 3 entries, which in effect The Xeno Saga was supposed to be 6 episodes, I believe, but something got wrong. The sales didn't go through, or maybe they just had time restraints and the company, they wanted to move on to different projects or something like that. I'm not sure. I forgot what happened. But it was supposed to be 6. It got condensed into 3. And those 3 entries are full-fledged games. Okay, there are full-fledged games with content, side quests and whatnot, all that other stuff. And that's where I think Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to go. Now, again, this is a different era, so all that side quests, all that stuff, all that extra stuff could easily be DLC. It's bullshit. But from what they said, I'd rather take this than, of course, episodic content. Let's name another game from back in the PS2 era. The Dot Hack games. I'm going to mention Dot Hack GU because I played all 3 of those. I played all 3 volumes of Dot Hack GU. Now, Dot Hack GU, it's kind of unfair for me to actually bring it up because while I did play the games, they have different content compared to Xenosaga, because while Xenosaga, I felt, have new areas, new gameplay styles and stuff, but the Dot Hack GU series was really just recycled content over and over again. And they were pretty much charging you full price for it, which now that I look back at it, it was kind of bullshit. They were recycling the same character designs, the same dungeons, the same equipment and stuff from one game to another. Now, I don't know how it went for the original Dot Hack series on PS2 that had 4 volumes. I don't know about that, but I'm going to guess it was more or less the same. The point is, guys, this is not episodic content. This is not a tall tale episodic thing, okay, guys? This is not get out of Midgar, purchase the next part for $14.99. No, the game is going to be full price. It's going to be DLC for it, and then you can replay it. It's going to be like a 40-hour game. You can replay it, and you'll get your money's worth. That's what I'm trying to say. You'll get your money's worth. That's what I'm saying. Like Xenosaga Episode 1. And Xenosaga Episode 2 and Xenosaga Episode 3. That's what it's going to be like. Now, it could have 5 parts to it. I don't know. Final Fantasy VII is a big game. Now, you could question, is Final Fantasy VII a big enough game to warrant multiple parts in the first place? Because you see games like Witcher, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and all these big games, huge open world games, Grand Theft Auto 5, pretty much the same budget as Final Fantasy VII Remake would have, or it's going to have. And you think to yourself, does this really need multi-parts? But let's give into the fact that it's mostly cutscenes, some gameplay, a lot of gameplay and cutscenes at the same time that they're going to do in a very dramatic fashion. And the amount of detail that they want to put into the world, maybe it is too big. I don't know. You could debate that all day. All right. I don't know. Maybe I have to make a separate video for that. But I think it might just be too big to fit into one entry. Maybe it could fit into one entry on 2 discs. Maybe. But again, like I said in my past video, 2 discs are a thing of the past. And I don't think Square Enix is that generous to actually have another game as 2 discs or 3 discs or whatnot. My point is, guys, please stop jumping the gun here. News sites are trying to get you to click on their videos. Click on their videos, click on their articles, so you can come in there and you can bitch and moan. Okay? Stop it. Again, I'll close this with saying I could be wrong and it could be episodic and tall tale and whatnot. But for now, as of this recording, what I'm taking it as is going to be like Xenosaga. That's what I'm taking it as. And that's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.